I've been walking these streets so long, singing the same old song. I know every crack in these dirty sidewalks of Broadway, where hustle's the name of the game, and nice guys get washed away like the snow and the rain.
Does she prefer you cinnamon unarmed?
Lauren?
Yes.
What's with these messages?
Fucking doing shit irritating me.
What are you talking about?
Talking about your fucking friends.
Wait, what about
You don't want to spend time with me. You don't want to spend time with me. It's pissing me off.
Lauren, what are you talking about?
Talking about today. And talking about last 4 fucking days. Today, I called you fucking 3 or 4 times this morning.
First of all, what do you
cut me off?
What do you mean today, or the last 4?
Today.
What do you mean the last 4 days? When Monday we talked on the phone all night.
Monday, now you didn't know. I know Tuesday was the 4th of July, but I really got a message. Wednesday, how long did we talk Wednesday? We didn't. Thursday. Thursday, I called you 3 or 4 times. Thursday, yesterday morning. No answer. Because you were on the phone with your friends, ignoring me. Then when they did finally fucking call me, I was only their friends, so I can call them. And you hung up on me to talk to them.
First of all, it was
we talked for what? Fucking 10, 15 minutes.
First of all, when I got off the phone earlier, that was an important call that I had to take. That's thing one.
Your time when you could have called me back, you never did.
When? Because you know
you had your important phone call. You said you were going to call me back. Never did. Your time where you could have called me back.
No, because after...
You didn't want to make time for me.
No, because after that I went to the doctor.
Yeah, but after I got out of class, it was time where you could have called me then.
What time did you get out of class?
3.
Okay, and I did call you back. We talked after you got out. We talked after you. We talked after.
We didn't.
Lauren, you are a liar. We talked after you got out of class, and we talked until Bro got home.
No, you didn't call me. I'm talking about out of therapy. I tell you, I got out of therapy
after you got out of therapy, we talked on the phone until Bro.
We talked. No, yeah.
Lauren,
we talked for, 10 minutes?
Lauren, if you're going to lie, could you at least keep them straight?
I'm not going to lie. I'm trying to remember.
Well, obviously you don't remember.
Because I'm not lying.
Okay, we talked on the phone twice today.
Yeah, once for 20 minutes, once for 10 minutes.
Okay, well, you're the same person.
All your other friends.
Okay, you're the same person who said a little bit of time every day is fine. Okay, so that was a little bit of time, and it wasn't good enough for you.
Because you're making it out like it's a fucking chore. Spend time with me now.
I'm not making it out like it's a chore. I'm making it out like I have a lot of stuff going on and that I have a lot of stuff to do.
Yeah, you're relaxing, you're talking to your friends on the phone, and not talking to me.
Lauren.
And that's just texting.
Lauren.
I'm tired of fucking texting all the time with you. I want you on the phone some.
Okay, I was on the phone.
I told you before, I'm not going to have a texting relationship. I told you that before.
Lauren, I was on the phone with you, in your words, for 30 minutes today, yesterday. You said a little bit of time. Okay, that is a little bit of time.
Yeah, but my problem is we've got shit that we need to talk about. And when it takes longer than 30 minutes, Well, it's kind of hard to talk about this shit. I'm not going to sit here and text it all over, and it's not something that should be texted out.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about what we're going to be calling Ember about.
I know.
And anything else that's going on in our lives.
Okay, well, can you see how I interrupted my sleep to get up to talk to you about this and to talk to her about this? So
yeah, because how couldn't she do it at a better time of the day than 3 o'clock in the morning?
Look, I don't know what her schedule is, okay?
I'm going to ask her.
But
I don't understand the reason for fucking 3 o'clock in the morning.
Lauren, the woman is offering you $5,000-$10,000 to jerk off into a cup. You know, I think, and the fact that she's probably gonna have to fly there with her girlfriend. I think the least you could do is hear her out at her time. You know, she has a 3-hour delay.
Yeah, but $5,000-$10,000 that's not a hard decision for her to make. So this decision that we have to make is a lot bigger than $5,000-$10,000.
Okay, but Lauren, when else will you see that clump of money at one time?
We get a septic job.
And when will that be?
As soon as I get going, I haven't had a chance to work on it. I'm just moving out of Canaan. Getting the shit out of Canaan.
Okay, well, this
is shit straight out. Then getting friggin' piece of property to move this shit.
This is guaranteed money for you, but I'll tell you, I don't appreciate you being controlling like this.
I'm not being controlling.
You are being controlling.
I'm telling you that I'm tired of not being able to have you happy at all.
Lauren, if I talked to you on the phone for 30 minutes every day, that would not be enough for you. If I talked to you on the phone for 2 hours a day, that would not be enough for you.
30 minutes a day is better than nothing a day, which is what I've been getting.
Well, you got 30 minutes yesterday, and you're still complaining.
Because we have a lot of shit to talk about.
Okay, well, you got 30 minutes yesterday, and you're still complaining.
Because we have a lot of shit to talk about.
Okay, so when you say 30 minutes a day is better than nothing, but then you still complain about 30 minutes a day, and you make excuses for you complaining about 30 minutes a day, it shows that you don't appreciate the time that we do spend.
Well, I do, and that's the problem, is that you're not even putting an effort to talk to me for 30 minutes. You are putting the effort in for your friends. And it's like, where the fuck do I fit in?
Lauren, how can you say that I'm not putting in an effort to talk to you for 30 minutes when just yesterday I talked to you on the phone for 30 minutes?
Yeah, it was the day before yesterday.
What about
I'm going to mention Tuesday because I was supposed to go off.
Okay, but
before that,
but even still,
before that, it wasn't any 30 minutes.
Okay. Lauren, I talked to you on Monday going into Tuesday for 6, almost 7 hours. If you divide that up 30 minutes a day, Sorry. As I was saying, if you divide that up 30 minutes a day, that's 7 days. I'm sorry, that's 14 days.
Are you kidding me? Why on earth would you say that when we used to spend 6 to 7 to 8 to 9 to 10 hours a day with each other?
Lauren, I cannot commit to that kind of stuff right now. I have other things going.
I know that.
Okay, so...
I know that, and I understand that. But
you don't understand that. You don't understand that.
I do understand that.
You don't
understand. What irritates me is when you cut my phone calls off, then we get on the phone, and a friend of yours calls, you cut me off again just to talk to them.
Lauren.
When you can talk to them anytime, too.
First of all, you don't even know who I cut you off for, okay? I told you I had an important call. Second of all, you are being possessive and controlling.
No, I'm not. I'm telling you, I'm upset that we're not able to spend a little bit of time with you every day.
Lauren, You say a little bit of time, but when I spend 30 minutes on the phone with you, you still complain about that.
Yeah, because I'm bitching about not having time with you.
Okay, so you're gonna bitch no matter what unless you get hours and hours a day on the phone with me.
You still never explained tell me about the doctor being over all the time.
Okay, Lauren, come on, cut it out with that. First of all, the fact of the matter is, you are jealous, possessive, and controlling. And you asked me like 4 times today what time I went to bed.
Yeah, because you got me wondering, what the is that the reason you're not calling me?
Yeah, because if somebody's not calling you, they must be screwing. Like, really?
You don't pay attention to me like you used to pay attention to me all the time.
Lauren, you are not the center of the universe. The Earth, the Moon, the Sun, the galaxy, the solar system does not revolve around you.
No, but you make me feel like I'm not even part of your universe.
Lauren, you are being very selfish. I mean, like, seriously, I talked to you, and, like you said, I talked to you for 30 minutes today. It still wasn't enough. I talked to you for almost 7 hours on Monday. That wasn't enough. I text you.
Let's get Monday straight. How many hours of that was with Ember on the phone?
Who cares? So a couple of it was, maybe like 2 hours of it was. Okay, so that means you got 4.5 hours of me just by myself talking to you.
It doesn't seem like we had that long.
Yeah, Lauren, because it doesn't seem like it's that long unless I do that every day.
Are you pretty much lactose intolerant? Joe?
I'm trying to give you a hint. I miss you.
Too much making
time? First of all, Lauren, you're not giving me a hint. You're just nagging at me and fussing at me.
Yeah, because they keep getting cut off when I call you. When we do finally get you, we get cut off by one of your friends.
Again, you have no idea who I clicked over for earlier.
Say is your Achilles heel. Andrew? Definitely my weakness.
You are unbelievably selfish.
The fact that I don't clean up as much as I should. Really?
Why do you keep not answering me about the doctor?
What does the doctor have to do with anything?
It's like a sack of gold play on him.
I was fine with him before, but
you were not fine with him before. You'd mentioned.
I started getting fine with him.
You've never been
no time with you again.
You've never been fine with him. You've never been.
I started when you told me that you had no interest in him. I started being fine with him.
Lauren, you did not. You just were drinking less at the time and only making jokes about him, but not demanding answers about him. Lauren, for real, you're freaking out about the doctor.
My wife's blank. Just ask in front of the sun. Anne-Marie? Probably her butt. Say her boobs. Her boobs.
I'm saying, don't miss you. I'm not going to say that because I do.
No, Lauren, it's not a point of missing me. It's a point of you being controlling and possessive. It's a point.
I try to not be that way.
No, you don't, because you're that way.
I try to not be that way.
And what steps have you taken?
When I put an effort in, it's like you forget all about me.
Okay, and what steps have you taken not to be controlling and possessive? Name one.
I don't make any sarcastic comments like I do, like I used to.
Okay, so it's.
Until I get irritated.
Okay, so.
You don't want to spend time with me.
Okay, so as I was going to say, it's 3:34, and at 3:39, or I'm sorry, at 3:19, which was less than 20 minutes ago, you messaged me about a 20-minute snack because I hadn't called you.
Like I said, I get irritated.
Okay, so Lauren, you can't say that. You can't say, well, I stopped doing X, Y, and Z until you make me do it. That's like saying, well, I stopped beating my wife until she makes me mad. That completely blows any argument that you have out of the water. So as I was going to say, you're still sarcastic.
Oh, my imperfection.
Lauren, it's not about imperfections. It's about character flaws, okay? An imperfection would be someone who does a crappy job of mopping the floor. Or an imperfection would be someone who is a horrible cook. Or someone who...
Once the baby starts sleeping more and giving us more time. Okay. All right.
Who legitimately forgets things that they want to do. That's an imperfection. A character flaw is being controlling. A character flaw is being selfish. A character flaw is being possessive. Those are not imperfections. Those are character flaws.
Completely understand. Anne-Marie, what did you say? I know he's agreed.
You still like spending time with me on the phone?
Lauren, I never said I didn't enjoy spending time with you on the phone. I talked to you the other day for 6 hours.
His lateness. Oh. But is he late all the time?
Feel like you don't like spending time with me on the phone.
Maybe the other way around.
Well, Lauren, that's...
I understand that you can't spend the whole day on the phone.
What did you say?
Spending hours on the phone right now. Yeah, I understand that.
Oh, you don't act like you understand it.
Heather, what about you? Is chewing tobacco.
I understand that, but I like to have some time with you on the phone every day.
That was so not a love pet.
I don't understand why you don't like it.
Lauren, I never said I didn't like to. These are things that these are conclusions that you have come to.
Don't worry, folks. That wasn't
Tell me you relaxed and you spend a couple hours on the phone, spend time on the phone with some friends and no room for the boyfriend on the phone during the day. Good, and especially makes me think that.
What did you say?
So because I relaxed today and I talked to a couple of friends on the phone, that entices you to throw the fit that you've thrown all day? Okay, like I said, because I relaxed today and talked to a couple friends on the phone today, that entitles you to throw this fit?
I don't need to throw fit. So when it comes to today, the shit that we had to talk about, that we need to talk about before talk to her, yeah, I need to throw fit about it because it was...
Lauren,
we're making a big decision.
Lauren, I talked to you on the phone today for 30 minutes and you didn't even mention this until I mentioned it.
Because I figured I'd have you for longer than 30 minutes, except the first time when I was talking 20 minutes.
Lauren, if this is
That's when I figured I'd have you longer. And the second time I knew I was going to have you then, so we didn't have time to talk about anything.
Lauren, if this is so important, which I'm not discounting the importance of it, but if this is so important to you, then why on earth would I have had to be the one to mention it? And then you forgot that you even said anything to me when I said, "Oh, I'll give you," when I told you about the hints that you gave me, you forgot that you had even said it. So so this thing is.
I forgot that I gave you a hint.
So like I was.
But I knew I needed to talk to you about it.
Okay, first of all, I'm going through my phone messages, and
oh, great! I don't want to hear how much crap I've mentioned already. How forgetful I am. I already know how forgetful I am about things.
oh, okay, I got it. I got it. I got it. Okay, my bad. I'm sorry. I really apologize because you can't hear about you. Nobody can say anything about your imperfections, but you can just go on all night about mine. I forgot. It's all about you.
No.
My bad. It's all.
I'm irritated enough about me forgetting shit.
I know.
I told you that before. It bothers me.
And I forgot that
It bothers me that I forget shit because after long the dimension, I'm quite starting to forget shit.
I know, and it's like, it's my fault because I didn't realize how important, as I was saying, I didn't realize how important you are and that you are the king of the world and that everyone should bow down to you because if you want something, you must have it immediately.
I didn't want to remind it of how sick I am. I already know.
I'm sorry? Say again?
I just didn't want to be reminded of how sick I am. I already know.
Oh no, it's Lauren, it's not about reminding you about how forgetful you are as much as it's about reminding you of the things that you actually said. Because if I use that on you, well, I forgot to call you. I just forgot. That wouldn't fly with you.
Chicago shows you all the different prizes for the exact same. And that's how you can
I wouldn't forget to call you.
for the best prize. Hotel, Chicago.
Where did I say that you would forget to call me? I was using an example if I forgot to call you.
Queens from Queens here. Ladies, it is your turn to answer the question. These next three are worth 10 points each. Here we go. Complete this sentence. One of my favorite outfits to relax with. I want to talk about my knight in shining armor.
And that's why, again, I say you're jealous and possessive and controlling.
I don't mean to be either.
Well, Lauren, meaning to be and being are two different things. You could go out and say verbally abusive things to your mom, and then when she calls you out on it, you can say, well, I don't mean to be. That doesn't, just because you say that you don't mean to be something or some way, doesn't mean that that's not exactly how you are being.
I don't say verbally abusive. No.
I didn't say you did. I was giving you an example, an analogy, a parallel, something to compare.
Next question, ladies. If a magical genie from the land of Kinkyville granted you a
But I don't think that for any 46-year-old man who relies on his mom for things, I don't think it's a flattering thing to make the statement that you don't say verbally abusive things to your mom. It should just be implied.
That was kind of a push in the face, wasn't it?
I don't see how.
Don't see how. A 46-year-old man that relies on things for his mom.
Okay, but you're saying that you don't say verbally abusive things to your mom like you should be given a chocolate chip cookie because you don't abuse your 77-year-old mother.
Don't abuse my 77-year-old mother. Not 77, she's 76.
Okay, even if she was 60, but Lauren, to say that is not that's not a flattering statement. It should be implied. No one should ever have to wonder in their lifetime if any guy abuses his mom. It should just...
No, they shouldn't.
Okay, so to say that statement, it should just go without saying. It shouldn't be something that you have to declare.
I'm not the one that even stated that I abused my 77-year-old mom.
Lauren. I didn't say that you abused her. I used an example. I used an analogy. That's what I did. I didn't say, Lauren, you abuse your 77-year-old mother. I used an analogy to make a comparison to the point that I was making.
In both world wars, England was America's constant ally, while Germany.
It's a comparison.
Relying on Mom?
You played the role of America.
For years, Mom relied on me for vehicles and stuff.
Say again?
For years, Mom relied on me for vehicles and stuff.
Your mom relied on you for vehicles, you said?
Yeah, I used to buy Mom vehicles. Me and Richard went both into the half and on buying Mom vehicles. Years. Not only that, we throw money at her. I throw money at her now. I got to make sure her car has gas in it so she doesn't have to buy gas. I do whatever I can for Mom. Now that I rely on Mom, yeah, I had a time where I had to rely on Mom because I had to pay for my unemployment.
Okay.
We're there for each other. All of them. All. Me and Richard and Roy, Mom.
I'm kind of inclined to say that the fact that she has been there for you, that, you know, it's kind of like, okay, so what, she relied on you for vehicles? I mean, it's like I don't know, that's just odd. But I mean, you know what, she needed you, and
why is that odd?
It's odd for you to say that. It's not odd for her to rely on you. It's just strange.
It's not odd for me to say it. It's just me saying that we've been there for each other.
Because I had said, you being 46 and relying on your mom for things, and I'm not getting on your case about this. You know, I did warn you in the sense that I tried to talk to you about smart financial decisions, and I told you that I told you a couple months ago that you should probably work to getting away from being reliant on her, because at her age, even though it's unlikely that she'll drop dead tomorrow, she is approaching the average age that people live to. And, you know, if she did, then you'd be up shit's creek, in several ways. So I did say that, but I wasn't getting on your case about you relying on her. I mean,
and I took your advice on what to do. I am taking that. I'm a girl.
Well, I don't know.
I'm taking yours and Mom's advice on what to do. I'm claiming bankruptcy.
Lauren, you have no other choice but to claim bankruptcy. Like, I mean, that was like
I still have a choice. I could still try to pay my bills and all that. You know, the problem is I just don't have enough money to do it.
Lauren, but you are more than.
Hurting me.
But
To do it.
Lauren, you are you're more than $20,000 in debt probably, and that doesn't even count Betty. But I want to know, now that you are going to be filing bankruptcy, will you be starting to pay her again?
Betty, as soon as I can, I need to get on a piece of property first. Get this thing moved.
Because she probably really needs some money.
Probably really does. I probably really wish that I could just pay her the money. Obviously, I can't do that right now. I need to get myself settled and on a piece of land. And this thing moved. And make sure it can be moved. Tear it down and I've been house. I still have to move this even if I tear it down without the use of frame.
Wait. Hold on. I just thought of something. In fact, your bankruptcy meeting is in 5 days.
Yeah.
Do you have everything together?
all I need together is my bills. Go through them. These last 2-3 weeks ago. I was going to go with you, but never get a chance to.
Well, hold on a second. Let me ask you this. Like, I mean,
Did you fix your phone? Did you fix your phone for the asshole cat?
I will have a new one. I ordered a new one. No, don't give me your social or anything. But like, you know, don't go over exactly what you owe or anything. But I ordered a new one yesterday, so.
When are you supposed to get that?
It should be here Monday. Because it was Amazon, they said 4 to 5. Well, is it 4 to 5 days or is it 4 to 5 business days? Let me think. Hold on. It was yesterday, so. Yesterday meaning Thursday. Yesterday meaning Thursday. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. I don't know if it's going to travel on the weekend. Let's just say in a week at the latest. So like, let's just say a week from yesterday, let's just say Wednesday at the latest. I'll have it. But no, like without going through your bills and everything, like am I right? Like, is it around like 20,000?
Yeah.
Is it more or less?
A little bit more.
Maybe 25,000?
No, that's.
Where's
I'll say a little bit more. I'll say a little bit more. I mean, very little bit more.
like 21 or 22?
Like, probably not even.
So, because it's around 20.
21.
21. Because, but what's much of that? Some of that's the truck, and the rest of it, I guess, is the loans.
Yeah.
And then there were some other things like your store credit cards and stuff you told me about.
Yeah. That is. And I was lesson.
You did what?
We let it teach me a fine lesson.
Wait. I can't hear you. You gotta talk louder.
I said, boy, did that ever teach me a fine lesson.
What's the lesson?
2 years, I still try staying up on all things.
Well, what lesson did you learn from all this?
And I never let anybody get in my well again like I did with Nick. Never tried to make somebody financial. Unless I know the person. Then you know the person, and make sure it's not a family member. It's an off.
I did not know there was this much kinky going on in Queens.
That's wife, who's got Sharon, who's brother and sister. And I'm the only one that
All right, husband. How did your
I
wife
can do that for.
My husband is so protective of his blank. I'm surprised he doesn't build a moat around it. Emery?
I want to go and say his gun.
It takes me a while for you.
What irritates you about Uncle Clay?
I'll tell you when you get your new phone. Make sure.
No, you already told me that he's. You already told me that he's like, I don't know if you use the word money hungry.
I'll tell you, you can move forward so that way. Yeah, that way asshole can't be hacking into your phone.
Hopefully they won't. So I did some thinking about the baby. I was like, what? I was trying to think. Anyway, let me take a drink. I'm kind of thirsty. right, let's talk, baby. Now,
Talking baby on the baby's mine and yours.
okay, hold on, listen. I think that I'm guessing that, well, no, I'm not going to guess anything, but I think that you should push for, and I'm going to give two options of reasonable things that I think could happen. $15,000 or $20,000 for this.
I agree. Yeah, I'm going to say no less than 15,000. Yes, you said that. The more I thought about it, it's a really big thing for me, and it's a really big thing for you too.
I think what you should push for, like I said, 15 or 20. I mean, you can think about that before I call her. So I think 15 or 20, and I think what should happen is she should fly, she and her girlfriend, they're going to have to fly to Maine anyway. And it should be planned for a week. And one of the things that you're going to have to ask her, ask her if her girlfriend is keeping track of her menstrual cycle. This is a question you have to ask because she needs to know when she's going to be ovulating. And I'm thinking it's going to be a thing where they fly up to Maine. You guys get a hotel room or two. I mean, I don't know if you're going to sleep in the same hotel room as them, but, get a...
No,
okay.
I'll be sleeping at home.
Oh, you're going to be at home. Yeah. Is there a decent hotel room by you?
Oh, yeah.
Because what I'm thinking is, if...
I don't know if it's Emma the one that wants to get pregnant, or they want it to be her girlfriend to get pregnant. I don't know which one who wants to get pregnant.
Have you ever looked for a hotel online?
I don't know. It's my sperm at all.
Okay, well let's assume that it is. Well, I don't even know who I would guess. If it's her or her girlfriend, for some reason. For some reason, I just had a feeling that it was her girlfriend, but it could be Amber.
I have a feeling about that.
Who do you think it is?
I think it's Emma.
You do?
But another thing is, you have the right to ask any question that I can ask it.
Well, okay.
You have just as much right to ask any question that I ask.
Well, you know what? I will ask questions because I do have questions for her. But my thing is that I think, I think they should put you up in a hotel. I really do. It should be made to be.
No.
Why?
Because I have Roscoe and here.
True. Okay, never mind.
I want to be home with them.
Okay, true. Okay.
What did you say?
Okay, so so they're gonna have to come, and can they stay at your house?
No.
Okay.
Not unless you're on the phone with me the whole time.
I am not gonna be on the phone with you that whole time.
Well, then I'm staying in my house.
Is this a sex offender plan thing, or is this just your preference?
Huh?
Is this a sex offender plan thing that you were telling me about, or is this just your preference that you don't want them there?
My preference that I don't want them here.
All right. Well, let's give her a call. Hang on a second. I'm gonna give her a call.
You remember, you have just as much right to ask any question that I think I should ask. You get a question, you just let her know. No, I don't want to. You still hear me? No. Got your hair again.
Hello?
Hello?
Amber?
Hello? Hi, yeah, good evening. This is Amber.
How are you?
I'm doing good, thank you. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry that it's so late. I had to see my friend tonight.
Yeah, I told you 3, and you just messaged me a couple minutes ago. I'm like, yeah, she's running really late.
I'm sorry. My friend's band was playing tonight, and I'm trying to be supportive, and I wanted to help them load everything up, but
That's cool.
I'm the only sober one out of all of them, so they kind of counted on me. So my apologies. How are you tonight?
I'm pretty good. I'm like surprised that Lauren's going to be a father.
Oh, I can't wait. I know Lauren would be a great father. He's so patient and sweet.
So ashamed.
Okay.
Oh, here! I didn't know he was on.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I just heard a male voice. I was like, oh my goodness, who's that voice?
I'm patient. That's somebody that's never said that to me before, is I'm patient.
Oh, why? Do you fancy yourself impatient, Lauren? I think you're very patient.
I think I am. I think I try to be patient.
Good job.
I'm not perfect, and by any means.
Well, nobody's perfect, Lauren, but you're pretty close.
You're right.
Let's talk about physical appearance then. I'm sure Ramona would have nothing bad to say about how you look. You're just great.
Do you, Ramona?
I have nothing bad to say.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I've never been a part of something like this, so I don't know what questions to ask.
Well, I've already visited a reproductive rights attorney, and he advised me that there would be some specific questions that would need to be answered, such as visitation, who is the person planning to be impregnated, and then, citing rights away or visitation rights, things like that. The method. I would really like to be the one to carry the baby. I don't know how Lauren feels about that, but I would love to see... I would just love to be able to carry Lauren's child.
It's not a matter of how I feel about it. It's a matter of how Ramona feels about it.
Oh, I didn't know it was that serious. Okay. Ideally save money. I'm thinking that we would be able to go to Maine and get maybe a suite at the Holiday Inn and do it that way. I know when I'm ovulating, I've already been in contact with a gynecologist and an obstetrician who's, they've been able to let me know which days I'd be most fertile. They said while artificial insemination is reliable, that there's nothing like nature. So it was his recommendation, Dr. Kress, that Lauren penetrate and ejaculate inside of me during the second day of my ovulation.
No one's already had sex.
Well, of course, Ramona would be there, and you wouldn't even have to look at me. I'll take a picture of Ramona and print out a mask and wear it, if that'll help you.
But see, that's an issue for me. I'd rather do artificial insemination because to me, that is cheating on the mother, and I won't do that.
But it's not cheating if there's no deception, and if Ramona is on board, and even there to make sure that you only incur the minimal amount of pleasure necessary. I think that it would be something that you could both live with later on.
That's not something I can do. The others, it might not be cheating. To me, that's something I have to live with.
Well, if you need Viagra, that's something he said he'd provide too. So if you're not able to, we can certainly give you a boost in that department.
Viagra is not even an issue with me.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Amber.
So I definitely don't need that.
Okay, Amber. Okay. When I messaged you earlier about setting up a time to do this, you told me, what did you tell me about your girlfriend? You told me that she is rich.
Well, she's well off. She has a great job. I mean, she's a pediatrician, so she's able to take care of the financial part of it. But of course, I'm now in a different position. I'm employed, and I have.
Okay, I have a question.
Sure.
Okay, your girlfriend is rich, and you're talking about doing this through sex. You're gonna have to pay more than $10,000, even more than $15,000.
Well, I have to be sure that it's worth Lauren's time, and if I'm going to pay more, and if it's going to be sex, then I'm going to want more than just penetration. I mean, I want my nipples sucked and kissed.
No.
I'd like my clit sucked a little bit.
No. Telling you straight, no. I'm not doing that.
Well, I'll need foreplay in order to be properly lubricated. I need to ensure insemination. So if I'm going to pay for a hotel room and a flight and all of that, I will need, maybe multiple attempts in one evening, and I'll need foreplay because I'll need to be ready and lubricated.
But here's the thing about fertility that you guys have to understand, at least how I understand it. This is going to be, regardless of whether you have sex or regardless of whether he jerks off in a cup, this is going to have to be, because I'm looking at, for instance, my own period tracker that tracks ovulation and all that great stuff, and there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days of the month that I'm fertile, and one of the days that I ovulate. So I'm thinking you're going to have to book a week there, and you're going to have you or your girlfriend is going to have sperm going inside of you twice a day to have a better shot at pregnancy. Because what I don't want is you guys to come down and then you only get semen 1 or 2 times and you don't get pregnant. The other thing that's going to have to happen is there's going to have to be a deposit, right? So you guys come down with a check in hand and you pay Lauren however much money, and then once you get pregnant, you send him the rest of the money.
That's how I saw it too. So I would send a deposit for Lauren to show up and to be able to provide the semen. however many times that's agreed upon. And then when there is a pregnancy, of course Lauren would get the rest of the money. And if Lauren wishes to be a part of the child's life, of course there would be $1,000 a year payment for that participation. That's a good idea.
That's also something that me and Ramona have to talk about too.
And Lauren, we can talk about this together. But here's the thing: I want to get all the details so that you know, and so that I know, because
Now the champs once again get the chance to steal. Keep it.
So me and Ramona, this is a lot more than just money.
I see.
Because it's not. I want to be. The reason I'd be doing this would be for you and your girlfriend to be able to have a kid.
Right.
And I know you own your house, so you know, and that's not a concern of the kid ever first lived. You had already told me that the house had been in your family for years before you.
Right.
what's been in her
So that's
family?
not a concern of mine.
I said, what's been in her family? I didn't hear that.
Her house has been in
Oh,
her
her
family
house.
for
Her
years.
house.
I remember that.
Okay, her house. Okay, I thought you said her health. I didn't know what you said.
Yeah, her health has been in her family too.
Okay, so she has, from what you're telling me and what it sounds like, she has everything situated.
Yeah, and I know she's a good mom. I don't have a worry. I don't know your girlfriend. So I can just take it.
Very sweet.
She's a pity.
My girlfriend's very sweet. Yeah, she loves children. Yes. The thing is that she's repulsed by penises and men. So I'm not really sure how that would work with insemination of her.
Ember?
But I mean, if you wanna give it a try, I mean,
Ember, I just thought of something, and I think this is brilliant. I think this is brilliant. But if Lauren and I agree to do this, I'm not doing it, but him doing it, if we agree that he'll do this, I'm gonna make it it's gonna be freaking financially insanely expensive. I'm gonna make the cost more, but I thought of something just now.
okay.
If what's your girlfriend's name?
Stanley.
Stanley? Oh, God.
Well, Stanley's our name for her. She's not very feminine, and she doesn't like her real name, Stacy. So
Her real name is Stacy.
I mean, we kind of, yes, but we don't call her that, and she actually takes offense to that because she doesn't identify as a female.
That's really funny because you remember Clark Smoke that I used to drive for?
Oh, yeah.
You told me about it.
My friends Tony and Wendy, they call the daughter of Clark Smoke, they call her Henry.
Oh my goodness! I'd like to see Henry.
It happens.
No, you wouldn't. It was scary.
Androgynous to turn on for me.
It happens. It's just okay, I want you to think. I want you both to think about this and tell me what you think, because I just thought of it. That is funny. If you and Stanley,
Sorry, it is funny.
Okay, if you and Stanley get pregnant at the same time, you guys could essentially have twins. You guys could both have Lauren's baby. They'll be around the same age. I mean, literally, they could be born within days of each other. And you guys would, you know, like the whole thing about the pregnancies, that would be over. You know what I mean? Like okay, like let's say, because if you, Ember, were to get pregnant and then you guys want another kid, well, you're gonna have to do it again, or it's not gonna be for another couple of years. Whereas now you can get that whole, you know, you guys can just go in full on, get the pregnancies out of the way, pay Lauren way more than $15,000, and you guys would have two, pretty much twins almost.
That's true, but remember, unlike with fertility clinics, we're not doing an IQ test. We're not doing a sperm count. We're not doing a body mass index. I have my sights set on a Lauren Armstrong baby, whether it's a male or female. But if it's a female, of course, there'll be a bonus on top of that.
But you guys don't want twins?
Well, I would very much appreciate twins. In fact, you know, there's a medication that I can take to ensure that I release more eggs during a certain ovulation period.
Okay.
And if we both are impregnated, and let's say I have twins and Stanley has a single child or whatever, of course, the second payment will be multiplied because the output would be so much more. We'd be able to have a larger family together. Lauren's sperm is very valuable, in my opinion. He's a perfect physical specimen. And whether it's a male or female, I mean, those blue eyes with my hazel eyes together would make a beautiful color.
That will.
I've never been female.
But for that, I'm insisting on penetration by the almighty girthy penis.
That'd be artificial insemination.
Well, no, I'll have to have this on a non-clinical setting. So I'd like to get a room and have sex with you for a few times a day, maybe 5 to 7 days in a row. I mean, that's the amount that's being...
to a male prostitute.
Well, that's fine. You know, the amount that's being requested. You can be a male prostitute.
Lauren.
Lauren, you're looking at it the wrong way. I'm not paying you to pump me with your big hard cock and make me come. Okay. I'm paying you to pump me with your cock and make you come. That's what I'm paying for.
That's an interesting way. Yeah.
We don't need all the extra big hard cock stuff in there. We can do without.
Well, that's what. You know, I mean, that's part of it, though, Lauren. It's sex.
Well, okay, aside from...
Ramona's mature enough to understand that you need to be erect and hard, and you need to push deep inside of me to ensure insemination. So it's not really being vulgar. It's just the facts of life. I mean, when you ejaculate, I'll need you to thrust yourself as deep in me as you can and not withdraw until you're soft. That way we can ensure insemination. Yes.
Artificial insemination.
No, I don't. If it's artificial, then I'm not giving you any more than $5,000, because jerking off into a cup is what anybody can do any time of the day, any day of the month.
The thing is, it's still my sperm, and that's what matters to me.
Well, I appreciate that, but who knows how much sperm you've spilled onto the floor for free over the years, you know?
What's the matter? How much is spilled over the years?
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Right now.
Every time you bust your codly load, it's a freebie, and this time it's up to $5,000 a load. So there are certain things that I'll expect and I won't compromise on. And one of them is to have natural insemination. And I'm sure Ramona's mature enough to understand that. So surely you must be, being 20 years her senior, you had to have gained some maturity on her.
Yeah, and I'm mature enough to say that I won't cheat on Ramona.
It's
not cheating unless there's deception. That's the point.
For me, it's cheating. It's my taking another woman.
But look up cheating, and you'll see that there's an element of deception involved. And Ramona is fully informed.
It doesn't matter to me what the dictionary says. It matters to me what I feel.
Well, that's obvious. But how you feel, of course, everything has a price. So if your feelings have a price, you'll just have to name it, and I'll have to talk with Stanley about it.
And the thing is, thinking about what I have to go through to stuff in my class and probation officer and
they don't have to know. They don't have to know. I'll let you feel anything you want during the process.
They do have to know.
Why?
That's something you're not understanding, because I have to be honest with them and tell them everything.
But how is...
I have obstacles that I have to go around.
What obstacles are those? You're just ejaculating. Are your classmates there every time you ejaculate onto the floor?
True.
No, but I have to be honest about everything.
You were involved in a situation where you were offered financial gain for your semen, so a family can be started. I think that's beautiful. There's no reason why your class would object to that.
But it's still a lot more than that. It's a huge decision for me and Ramona, because that kid is going to be part of me.
Right, and that's the whole idea. So that's why I'm offering you so much. Do you know men get paid $300 to $500 for their sperm? And that's with people looking through a binder with IQ information and career information. So if we're going to really go down that road, we would have to take into consideration your unemployment and your past and your status. But I've overlooked all of that, and I'm paying you like you're a doctor of some kind, a genius doctor, Adonis. That's the level of payment that you're being paid for this.
And I'm looking at this right now, and I can send you screenshots. Usually the range is $35 to $50 per specimen. So that means you go and you jerk off into a cup, and they're paying you $35, maybe up to $50. You're going to do this twice a day for 7 days. You're going to do this, 10 times? That's right there. You would be getting maybe $500 if you were doing this through a bank. And again, she is right. That is with going through a bank.
And that's the high. Yeah, that's a low-end price. That's for somebody who has no job, no children. I mean, really, $700 is
no way on earth that I would sell my specimen for that small amount.
And she's not asking you.
I'm offering you almost 10 times that amount. And of course, you'll get extra money once insemination is complete. And there's a pregnancy. So you're getting paid like you're an astronaut. I mean, like you're Buzz Aldrin Armstrong money. That's what we're talking about here. That's how much it is worth to me, because...
I thought you were going to say Buzz Lightyear.
Well, hey, baby, I'll call you anything you want to be called. Just get me pregnant.
I'm not your baby, though. That Stanley is your baby. What? I'm Ramona's baby.
I'm sorry. Right. You're in love with Ramona and you're dedicated to her, and she's beautiful, and I get it.
Can you...
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I'm just thinking of all the options here. Could you have a Could you use your girlfriend to get turned on and then just have Lauren, finish inside of you?
I'll do anything to get Lauren ready to ejaculate.
You could jerk him off.
Sure. I could jerk him off. I could suck him off. I could do the titty, mine are a little bigger.
Okay.
Whatever it is to stimulate him. I mean, we're just talking, all this is a physical act of sex and insemination. It has nothing to do with love or dedication. This is an exchange of money for
a
new life.
A baby.
Okay,
Right.
listen to me. The thought of me not being able to get a hard on can go out the window. I don't have a problem getting hard on. Most of the same thing whenever I do get a hard on, it's because I'm thinking of Ramona.
Well, it's my experience that
I have Ramona in my mind.
just getting a hard on isn't enough. You have to be able to keep it. And you have to be able to ejaculate. So whatever it is we can do. Well, Lauren, I've been told I have experienced that I'm not very good at getting blowjobs, and my pussy's not so tight anymore. So whatever it is we can do to get you physically ready.
I don't need to be physically ready. I'm fine. I do fine on my own.
I mean, with the budget we're working with, we can get Ramona and you in an adjoining room. And as soon as you get your heart on back again, we can go at it one more time. Ramona can be present. She can even be there, guiding us through what we should do.
Ramona's way up here, too.
Of course. I was already prepared for that. I looked up, there's a Holiday Inn in Bangor, and it's very nice. I'm thinking that would be the place, because they have an adjoining family suite, which usually a parent would use with the child in the other room, and the two parents can make love. But I'm thinking of renting those 2 rooms during the ovulation period for the month of August.
For the month of August?
Yes, that would be next month.
Why August? Did I tell you I have a knee injury? I don't think you knew about that.
No, I don't. I just would love to have a baby in spring, in April, and that would guarantee that.
Well, long story short about my knee injuries, both knees are injured, and I'm going through physical therapy.
Oh, I understand. In order, if you and Lauren are going to share a room and you have a bed, I'm sure accommodations could be made for your temporary disability.
I don't want, here's what I don't want. I don't want so much to be contingent on me, because since I am in physical therapy and very well might need surgery, I don't want the plan to be contingent on me.
So then with your permission, Lauren and Stanley and I can all share a room and go at it for 5 days in a row and see what happens.
No sharing your room.
Yeah, I don't think there's a need for you guys to share a room. Just get Lauren his own room that's adjacent from yours.
No, I don't even give me a room, because I'll be coming.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, Lauren needs to take care of his dog, so.
No, Holiday Inn has, all I need to do is give a pet deposit of $100 per pet, and they'll give it back to me once it's established. Oh, yes, they do allow pets with a deposit.
Yeah,
and there's a balcony.
I understand that. And if I had just Roscoe, then that wouldn't be a problem. But I don't have just Roscoe, I have Sadie, too.
I'll pay the $100 for Sadie, that's sweetie.
That's not what you're understanding. Sadie is extremely skittish.
Well, Lauren, I'll give your mom $100 to watch Sadie for the night. $100 for the night.
That doesn't work either. Baby has to be at home. He won't go over mom. And I can't bring her over mom and expect mom to take her out to go to the bathroom. I can't ask mom to come here.
The compensation would be substantial, so you'd be able to figure that out on your own, however you like.
Bango is only an hour away.
I mean, as much as I love Sadie, I don't care about that as much as I want to have your baby.
I'm going to be staying at home. So I'm only an hour away from Bangor.
Okay, you guys gotta...
I can't believe you're passing that up, so that's fine. However you want to do it, Lauren, I really don't mind paying for whatever it is that you would like. But the fact of the matter is, I want you inside of me, and I want your sperm, and I want to have the baby.
You guys are going to have to find some place closer to stay to him, because you got, like I said, this needs to be done like twice a day. And I mean, even like, I don't see the point of you guys having sex twice a day, but with basically you need his sperm inside of you twice a day in order to have a good chance of
you can stay.
So if we do it twice a day for 5 days, I mean, I don't know where Lauren's living now, but I'd happily pay him the $300 a night that I would pay at the Holiday Inn to stay where he lives.
The hotel rating's got everything that you guys should stay in.
What is the name of it?
I want a nice hotel. I don't want a shitty motel. Yeah, I don't want a shitty motel, Lauren. I want a room that you don't access from the outside.
I'm the same way.
Yeah, I mean, not to be rude, but I don't want to sleep in a bed with the pube patches of 10 drunken people in Canaan under us while I create a life.
You know, it's funny. I typed in. Let me see. Let's see.
I can't remember.
I mean, it's not a lot to ask. It's not a lot to ask.
Yeah.
It's not a lot to ask for a room or a place to sleep for 2 people for $300 a night. If you want to host us in your trailer, then that would be that much more money that you would be able to receive.
And see, and I know it's a lot to think about, but let's first decide on this. Like, let's first discuss this. How many babies are we talking? Are we talking you get pregnant with twins? Are we talking you get pregnant with one and your girlfriend, Stanley, Stacy, whatever, gets pregnant with another? How many babies are we talking?
Well, Lauren, at 45, with our fertility medication, I think the minimum would be 1 between the 2 of us. Well, the maximum would be 4, which would be 2 twins. 2 sets.
Okay. So I think we should price this per child. I think we should price this per child. What do you think, Lauren? 10, 15,000 per child?
8 per child is what I can do if it's 4 children, because that would almost deplete our budget, not counting the hotel.
So that would be 32,000.
Right, because we have 40,000 in the bank right now.
Oh, okay, so you guys set aside 40,000 for this. Okay, so can you do 9 per child?
If I can stay at Lauren's home and I have foreplay, I'll do 9 per child. I want Lauren's mouth on me, or else I won't be able to get turned on.
Well, I'm sure you'd be able to get turned on. No foreplay.
No.
I can do it without foreplay.
Alright, so we're back to 8 per child.
Well, how can you do it without foreplay? Are you going to sing a country song naked with your guitar? That might do it.
I know you have no idea what an Armstrong boy is capable of.
Well, I want an Armstrong man. That's what I want. I want that masculine, hairy body.
My dad had 17 kids, so I think I'm covered.
Your dad had 17 children.
Yeah. He adopted 5, but...
Well, I hope your baby maker balls are ready.
Okay, so 8 per child.
On top of the standard $5,000 fee.
I will say this, and you know, and obviously I'm not like requiring of Lauren to spend his money on me, because honestly, I think this money that he's going to be getting from you, he could really put towards a vehicle. I don't know if you know that he's going to be starting a business, so he could be putting it towards that, or even like housing. So I mean, I think that, you know, it's a great opportunity, and I mean, I think that regardless of what happens, I think Lauren does owe you a thank you for even thinking of him. But I think it's a great idea. $8,000 per child, that's $32,000. Lauren wants half of that up front, so Lauren wants $16,000 up front.
Well, that would be with the idea that there's going to be insemination. I'm not comfortable with giving him credit for 4 children without even having met him yet. So the deposit would be anywhere from $5,000 to $8,000, and then once insemination is complete, I mean, whether or not we're able to conceive, of course he'd be able to get money on top of that. But once we're able to show the sonogram, and it'll all be written up in a legal document, our attorney Rick Crespi is able to, you know, write all of that up. So
Lauren wants more than $8,000 for his deposit.
Do you, Lauren? Do you need more than $8,000 for your deposit?
Yeah, you can go by what Ramona says. If she says, you don't have to question that.
Well, it's not Ramona's lips that will be suckling my nipples.
Oh, God.
So it's really up to you. But if you're going to insist on that amount of money, I have some things to insist on too. I want oral sex. I want anal foreplay, and I want my breasts massaged and kissed and touched.
Mm-hmm. No. I don't know why you keep saying that. I'm telling you that's not going to happen.
Well, here's the deal, Lauren. It's not cheating if she says okay, and that's what I want.
Even if she says okay,
and that's what I'll pay for.
Even if she says okay, to me it's cheating.
I'm not doing this unless I know you'll eat me out, Lauren. My pussy's clean. It tastes good. It tastes like a pineapple. All right, well, that's my answer then, unfortunately.
You want a baby from you, that's one thing. I don't need to eat you. I don't need to eat you. I'm not doing any anal crap.
Well, here's the thing. For $5,000, I'd be fine with you coming in a cup. And, you know, the KFC guy coming with a turkey baster and blowing your load inside of me like that. However, what I'd like to do is be able to compensate you fairly for your time and your energy and your physical activity. And we have all of this money saved up. So your insistence on avoiding oral sex with me and losing out on a couple of $1,000 because of it is
you're not understanding. That makes me a male prostitute, and that makes me so I'm cheating on Ramona. I'm not a male prostitute, and I'm not going to cheat on Ramona. And
well, there you have it.
My sperm is not worth any less. Does it?
Lauren, your sperm is probably worth 20 cents an ounce, really. I'm willing to pay you 1,000 times that.
To other people, yeah. To me, not, because it's something that comes from me. Part of me.
That's
It
right.
should be part of me. That means more to me than anything.
Well, Ramona, it seems like we couldn't make a deal.
Okay, Lauren, are
Just when
you...
you're pregnant and you not be part of the kid's daily life. And
We don't have Art Dinkletter here.
Okay, Lauren,
You know,
are
to
you...
make a deal with us.
Lauren, are you willing to accept $5,000 per child? If she has 2 children, that's $10,000, Lauren.
And that's on top of the $5,000 regular
Deposit.
fee that would be expected.
So you're going to get $15,000, Lauren.
For your pot pie gravy, and that's it.
Gosh. Lauren, you're going to get $15,000.
I understand you have standards. I understand you have morals. I understand you have values. But you know me. You know how I am.
I
You know that.
You want all kinds of sex with me, and that's me cheating on Ramona, and I won't do that.
You're not cheating on her if she's in agreement with the premise.
And I especially wouldn't do anal anyway.
I don't want anal. I just want you to lick my asshole.
That's not going to happen. I don't lick anybody's asshole unless your name is Ramona.
I'll change my name to Ramona.
Is Ramona a nickname for Arnold?
I'd let Arnold. I would let Arnold eat my ass out for you, Lauren. But I'm not going to pay him any money.
No, but seriously.
Arnold would not be there. That'd be a big turn off. You'd never get a hard off from me.
Well, all I would have to do. Well, no, he won't have to be there. I'll make sure that I don't shave my anus. So I'll be like a man for him, and then once you come in, it'll be shaved and ready.
I am not licking your asshole.
How about just kissing it?
No.
All right. Well, here's the deal. I'll compromise on the asshole licking, but I need to be stimulated and ready, and the only way I can be is with your face.
Ember,
my legs,
Ember, no sex stuff. Look, Ember, no sex stuff, and he wants $20,000 for 1 or 2 babies. 2 babies. He wants $20,000.
I can't do it. I want the experience. If I'm going to bring a child and conceive a child, I want to feel happy, satisfied, and comfortable.
That's why I get a lot of money. Having the baby. You be comfortable, you be out there.
If my body is comfortable, satisfied, and ready, then there are some things that are required for that.
Is it good enough for you if you jerk Lauren off and then he finishes inside of you?
Yes, but before that, I need my pussy hole licked and my clit sucked. And I won't require more than 5 minutes of that.
Okay. Well, okay. And for that, how much are you willing to pay?
That's where the standard 5,000 comes from, and then 10,000.
No, because you said the 5,000 was no sex stuff. You can't go switching.
What does Lauren want for that? Because, I mean, initially it was 5,000 and then 10,000 if you weren't told. So right now we're at 5,000 and 8,000 per child.
How many children do you want?
As many as you can pump out of those beautiful balls, Lauren.
Well, I think we should say 2 right now because it's guaranteed that both you and your girlfriend will get pregnant with at least 1. I mean, we can't really say 2 until you show a sonogram with twins in there.
Right.
So I think right now we should say 2. So right now we're going for 2 babies.
It looks like, I mean, if we do it in August, our ovulation days are 3 days apart. If we go September, then we can be ovulating on the same day. So
Then let's do September.
Lauren, if we can do September and then we can limit it to 3 or 4 days, that might be ideal for Lauren. But each time, I'll require foreplay. And I know Lauren loves to eat pussy. I mean, excuse me, but I know you love to eat pussy, and you can do it for 3 days.
Lauren is going to
Well,
need...
you've never eaten Ramona's pussy.
Lauren is going to need to eat really healthy, starting once we... And Lauren, I'm telling you this, once it's agreed upon, you are going to need to start eating healthier.
I was eating healthy. You can't get any more healthy than fruit.
I'll need a vegan diet a week beforehand, because protein from meat, chicken, pork, beef, all of that is going to put a damper on your sperm count, and that's just science.
Alright, I agree to that.
I've never heard that one.
Well, that's true. So if you need a nutrition budget, I can do $100 a day for 7 days before, but no more than that.
Okay, so right now we're looking at $15 $15,700 is what we're looking at right now.
Right, and that's with no guarantee of insemination. So that would just be for Lauren's time and spermazoa.
Okay, so that's with no sex, $15,700. Lauren, I got it. I did it. I told you I was going to go for 15, and I did it.
But I will require oral sex. That is not negotiable.
Okay, then no, because that's not for 15.
If Lauren wants $15,000, it's not going to be tough for him to put those beautiful lips on these beautiful lips for 5 minutes.
All right, Lauren, that's for you guys to discuss.
But that's the part that's not negotiable. I want Lauren to go down on me and eat me good. It's a lot of money, and it's not a lot to ask.
It is a lot to ask.
Clean and ready.
So that's what you're not understanding. That's a lot to ask.
Lauren, you were going to do it for free to Michelle Simpson for free. You were going to eat all the cheese and sour cream out of her taco. I don't have cheese or sour cream. It's clean.
That's when my head is messed up.
Well, get your head screwed on straight, Lauren, because
my head is screwed on straight. My head is screwed on straight.
Then use your head to screw my pussy, and we'll be able to numbers. I'm so ready for this. I mean, I can pay half as much, like I said, and have somebody who's been in second space to father my children. I'd rather have...
You're not looking or understanding how this affects me and my morals.
Well, that's something you're going to have to deal with if you want the money, Lauren. I'm not going to pay for counseling. That's one thing that's not in the budget. All we want for you to do is lick and come, lick and come, lick and come. That's all we want.
Not just the money from me.
You don't even have to lick Stanley. You can watch me lick her. But I want
you lick Stanley, I'll be out of the Rangers. I care about seeing naked is Ramona.
Well, she doesn't have to be naked for me to lick her. She can wear a cute mini skirt. A white thong, you know.
What you're not understanding about me is that it's not just the money to me.
Well, that's what I thought it was, Lauren, because we're not having a relationship. You're not going to be my boyfriend or my lover.
It kid would be part of me.
You're right. But the kid's not going to know that you needed to suck on my clit in order to get me pregnant. I need to be well lubricated.
That part bothers me. Regardless of bothers Ramona and all, it bothers me.
It seems like you and Ramona have more to talk about because what's non-negotiable for me is foreplay and sex. I want to feel loved. I want to feel wanted. You don't have to suck my toes, even though that would be great. But you have to put your face between my legs and get me ready for your girthy cock.
I'll suck on your toes, I'll suck on your toes and Stanley can suck on your pussy. You just keep your eyes closed and pretend you're sucking on your pussy. How's that?
Well, now we're getting somewhere. Okay, you suck on my toes and my nipples, and Stanley sucks my pussy, and we have a deal.
Okay, but the deal's not done yet financially. And
you're right. You're right.
Other aspects.
And you don't have to put your mouth on my mangled old butthole. So that'll be a plus for you.
There'll be no go anyway. What's your name is Ramona.
My name's not Ramona, but it's not hard to get a legal name change.
Okay, and what's your name is Ramona and you're my girlfriend.
Lauren, I'm sorry. I realize it's really late for you, but it's also late for me, and I have a new job. So we need to agree or disagree right now.
4:50 in the morning. It's not late. It's early.
Right. However, I have to clock in at 6 a.m. tomorrow, and I just got this new job, and I need to let them know I'm serious about it. So we need to come to an agreement. If we don't come to it tonight, we can revisit it. We all three have new things to think about. I have a big bank account now. I have a beautiful girlfriend. And you have a beautiful girlfriend. Whatever we can do to come to an agreement, I just want to push your baby out of me.
And how about this? My Pillow is machine washable and dryable and comes with a 60-day money-back guarantee and an amazing 10-year warranty.
They don't have any financially that I know of. There's still stipulations. Like, I want pictures and videos of the kid.
Oh, I want visitation. I would love for you to be able to come to the kid's graduation. I want for you to see the kiddo in kindergarten. And if you don't want that, that's fine, but I very happily grant you that.
I don't know exactly what I want yet because that's something me and Ramona discuss.
Stanley's family lives in New Hampshire, and that's where I'm planning on going once we become pregnant.
And even if something down the road happens to me and Ramona out together, I still want Ramona and the kids right.
If there is a bond between Ramona and the child, there's nothing that could stop me from trying to ensure that the number of people around to love and support our beautiful baby is limited. I'm not going to limit that. Whoever wants time with baby is going to have time with baby.
Yeah, because you've met Ramona and you met her over the phone. You know, I
don't know Ramona, but I know so far she's intelligent. She has her head on straight. She has an idea about what she wants to do in life. And
she's a special woman and she cares about people.
Right, and those are all qualities that I share with her, and I'm sure you know that by now. But when you talk with Ramona about this, please know that I'll never limit access to the baby from you, and if she's still involved, from her. Even if the baby turns out gay,
even if her and I don't wind up making it together, I still want her to be able to be part of the baby's life.
You know, Rick Cresty will write that into the legal document, and you'll be paid your deposit upon signing that document. I'll have him include a stipulation on visitation and contact. It's no problem with me, as long as there are no overnight visits of longer than 3 consecutive days and nights. Because I still want to be able to make sure everything's okay.
Another important thing is the kid is taught to not go on the internet and do things to people.
What do you mean?
The internet is. What do you mean? Like try to pick up a kid to have sex with? My kid's not going to do that.
Yes.
Even though it's your kid. They don't need it at that rate of liking, preteens.
Anything like that, or you can go on the internet and bully people. And
the only thing my kid's going to go on the internet for is for math help. And Stanley, majored in math in junior college, so that won't be a problem.
But the kid has free will to do what he or she chooses to do in regards of what they want for a profession. And
of course, these children are going to college. It'll be well funded.
And then, and we have to have 100% support, including if that's becoming a singer.
I would gladly support that. But Lauren, let me ask you this. In these days, 1 out of 10 people are gay. So if you have a child that's homosexual, you have to promise not to disown him or her, or try to veer him or her away from that lifestyle if that's something that they acknowledge that's a part of them.
That would be their choice. It's not for me to decide what they want to do and what they want to do.
There will be no drinking, there will be no drugs, there will be no bullying, there will be no unsupervised internet. The only way I'll not supervise internet is if they're chatting with you online, like on Yahoo Messenger or something.
I don't want anything to do with the internet.
Understood. So these are stipulations I'm willing to add to the contract. I actually need to start getting ready for bed, but if this is going to happen, then I'll call Rick Cresty and he'll be able to help me out with the document. I'll send them to you to look over. Whomever you'd like to review the document, have them go at it. But all I want is your sperm in my pussy and your face between my labia. 5 nights in a row.
My face where?
Between my labia. My meat curtains. My pussy lips.
I remember Stanley's lips are going to be there, mine are going to be on your toes.
If you're going to be on my toes, I need your mouth on my titties too. And I want you to bite them a little bit.
Ramona says okay to that, then I'll agree to it. But we still haven't agreed on the price yet either.
Well, we have agreed on the price, and you and Ramona can talk about nipple play and all of those details together without me on the phone.
That's acceptable for me. What was the price? I missed something.
We talked about the deposit. We talked about the additional money for the oral sex, and you turned that down. So then it goes to how many children will be produced. At $8,000 a child, with $5,000 on top of it, we're talking a minimum of 21 grand.
Where do Ramona go?
I'm here.
Okay.
I'm just listening and thinking. I mean, she's offering you a lot of money.
I don't know if Ramona would be okay with what I'm asking for. It is a compromise. I want Lauren's beautiful face between my legs, and if he won't do that, then I'll settle for just cock and toe and nipple sucking. But I need to feel comfortable, and I need to have a memory of being happy and satisfied.
Ready for action. And the Haynes family.
I'm not even asking for money for an orgasm, but if I can be on top, I probably will have one.
I mean, it's not my favorite thing, but if it's what you need to do in order to get pregnant with Lauren's baby, then it's what you need to do.
Lauren, I need you to think about this for a while. I'm going to go take a shower, and you and Ramona can discuss this tomorrow. Maybe by Saturday we can revisit this together again.
Yeah, that sounds good, because me and Mama said talk about that.
I understand. She's your partner for life. She's wonderful, and it just seems like that's the right thing to do.
Good.
All right. Well, with that, I'll bid both of you a very good night. Thank you, Ramona. And thank you, Lauren, for hearing me out. We'll talk again Saturday, okay?
Hey,
All right, that
thank you
sounds
for thinking
good.
about me. Thank you for thinking about me and Ramona.
Thank you.
You're very welcome, Lauren. You're just amazing, and so is Ramona. And if you and she ever have babies together, those are going to be the most spoiled, beautiful kids in this entire fucking world.
Oh.
Good night, you two.
Good night.
Good night, Emma.
Okay. Okay, Lauren. Yeah, she hung up. Okay, so what were you gonna? What do you think?
I don't even want. I don't want to stick my dick inside.
Why not?
Because I feel like I'm cheating. Something's not gonna eat her. That's a guarantee. Well, you're all stuck on her toes. You're not your toes.
No, not quite. Almost there.
Well, that's fair enough, isn't it?
I mean, you told her that you would.
Yeah, near enough.
Close enough.
If you agree with it, it makes me mad.
What do you do, Trish?
I'm a nurse.
Carolyn?
What makes you mad?
She wants to be so sexual, and she don't want to be. That's what it's supposed to be. I'd rather it be artificial insemination. Either way, it might be part of me, so it shouldn't matter.
Here's the question. Name the state where you'd expect an acre
You're just asking for that shit because she wants.
Because what?
Because she wants. She just asking for that shit because she wants to have sex with me. That's why she's asking for all that shit. Pisses me off.
Well, based
Violating
on
my morals.
well, based on what she said, I mean, she obviously wants your kid, especially if she's, if her girlfriend's going to carry one as well.
Such a problem with that.
Say again?
I have such a problem with that.
So what are you thinking?
I don't want to have sex with her.
Okay, let's take a look. Ohio. True, that's true. How about Oregon? It does sound like you did it. Oregon, there you've got it all. If not, Hoshi's got a chance to stay.
Tell me how you feel about it.
I think this could be your opportunity to have a child.
My opportunity to have a child is you.
Lauren, but think about this is now. This can happen. I think this could really be your opportunity.
Not just my opportunity, our opportunity.
I know.
To me, it'd be just as much your kid as mine.
Now we see where Jack. Now we know who is the host of Match Game 74. Rayburn.
Beat the clock.
Beat the clock. But we're all just one big happy family. Are you one of the 25 million Americans living with bladder control issues and on Medicaid?
Well, I told her, even if something happens and you and I don't work out, I still want you to be part of the kid's life.
And conveniently to your door. At no cost to you. Well, now they can. At Active Style, we understand your bladder control and incontinence needs, and we're here to help. For 20 years, Active Style has offered convenient, discreet, free home delivery of incontinence products to Medicaid patients.
Or she would just make it easy.
If you're Medicaid eligible,
Go without a personal examination.
no cost to you. Call us at Active Style, and a personal consultant, someone like me, will help you find just the right product. Your product will be delivered discreetly, right to your door for free. Call now, and if it fits not right, we'll send a different product until you are satisfied. That's our Get It Right.
That we agreed on the price, and I got lost somewhere along the way. So I hope you caught on to it.
Where did you get lost?
I can't remember whether they were in the price. So many numbers flying around, I can remember. Did we agree on the price?
I think it's like 15,700 if you don't have sex with her.
If I don't have sex with her.
Yeah, if you don't have sex with her.
I don't know what's going through your mind. Everything you're feeling, everything you're thinking. Everything that I do is based around you.
I'm so exhausted right now. I can't even think straight about this. That's the truth.
What information is given by the
You tired?
I am tired.
You want to go sleep?
I think I do.
Alright.
So yeah, so we'll talk tomorrow, which is technically today.
Okay.
All right. Good
I
night.
love you, baby.
Thank you. Good night.
Night.